What's going on, Monopoly family? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Exciting video coming your way today. By the way, as you can tell, we're in a whole different place than the one we were in last week. And I think a lot of you guys are familiar with this if you've been following me for a while. And that's because we are back to the island. Now, guys, what I want to go through today is a statement from one of my students. Now, I do this every month where I bring out a success story and I just walk you through their statement and explain to you really what you should be aiming for. And there's always something new to learn, guys. Matter of fact, I wish I had seen other people's statements when I first got started, because it would have gave me some kind of a framework or something to aim for my own trading. But this one is very interesting, guys. In the last couple of weeks, a lot of people have doubled, quadrupled, tripled their accounts. But this one is interesting, and that's because this person has took 1,000, turned it into 10 in 30 days, trading 3 instruments only, which is closely related to the last 2 videos I made on this channel when it comes to trading specific stocks day after day. And that's because they have enough volatility. So let's walk through it, guys. Let me walk you through it. Let me explain to you what this person has done and what they could do better. And as always, hope you take something out of it. There's a lot of success stories coming your way in 2021, and that is my promise. I've already promised it before, and I've already produced a lot, but that is me putting the nail on the coffin. Okay, guys, so we're going to walk through this statement together. Now, this is the same broker that I use, and I'll tell you why I don't reply to your comments when you ask me what broker I use, guys, in a minute. But this is a CFD broker. It gives you leverage. So his 1,000 basically added up to, or resulted in 6,000 capital, trading capital using leverage. Now, it's the same strategy, guys. It's the same scenario when you're trading shares. The only difference is you don't own the stock. You're just speculating when you're buying and selling. You're speculating on the price movement, and it works the same as actual shares. So let's go through his statement from basically this month. 2nd of November, you can see that he was trading indices here. First few trades, small trades, but then he basically jumped on to NIO, which if you look back at the last video I released on this channel, guys, we spoke about how you can trade NIO every single day, right? And that's because it gives you enough volatility to be able to profit from as a day trader. Mastering one stock, a lot of traders do that when there's a hot sector, and you don't have to go looking for stocks to trade every day. You know exactly what stock to trade and the stock that's going to give you enough volatility. So basically, guys, if you just scroll down and you look down to the whole month, it's all NIO. Few trades on futures, Dow Jones, but majority, the bulk, 95% was on NIO. So that is excellent, guys, in regards to mastering one stock. NIO, NIO, NIO. So basically, guys, if we look at the share size quantity here, 170, and you'll see how he scaled carefully and slowly. 170 shares here, and he did take losses at the same time, minus 51 here, but the losses are not as consistent as his profits. And that's what you should be aiming for, and that's what we all aim for as traders, because at the end of the day, once you find an edge in the market, you are 100% bound to have more profits than you do losses. Now, the only problem with a lot of traders, and you might be in this boat, is that you do have more profits than losses, but your losses are bigger than your profits. And let's try and solve that problem here. The problem is when you're scaling and when you're trading a specific stock, let's say, basically you start with 170 shares, you take a loss. The next day you go in with 500 shares, and the day you take a loss, you take a huge loss. But then the day you take a profit, you're only trading with little shares. So it doesn't make sense here in that sense. So you always have to be trading the same amount of shares or the same stocks, I guess, with the same price range. So a $50 stock, you can get $100 or 100 worth of shares, but that $50 stock will move by $1, while a $10 stock will move by 50 cents. And you need to adjust your share size according to the price of the stock and what you believe the stock will move by, the percentage move. And that will kind of keep you close to your profit and loss range. So when you take a loss, it's the same as the profit or less. that you took the next day or the day before. So losses do happen, and surely they did happen for this person here, but they're not consistent. And that's what we aim for as traders, guys, is to be somewhat consistent, profitable traders, yet we do have room for losses and setbacks. So I want to just show you this example, and that's another mistake I see a lot of people doing. He certainly made that mistake, but it worked out okay for him on that day. 11th November, guys. He made a trade at 14:31 UK time, which is 9:30 New York time, on NIO. Came out with a profit, then tried to do it again, and he took a loss. And he tried to go again and revenge trade, took another loss. But then the next day, he recovered. See, he made a loss or a profit here, guys, twice, just to give it back the next time or the next trade on the same day. And the mistake a lot of beginners make here is once the opportunity is gone, and look, once the trade happens, the first move happens, you try to go in again, that play is over. There's a higher chance of you losing than making in this specific trade now. Learn that, guys. You will learn it with time. No matter what I say, you're still going to have to make that mistake in order to learn from it. Surely he has in this case. But he went on, obviously, to master that and do better. And he did make more than one trade on specific days here. But he ended up losing on multiple occasions on the 13th, guys. Same mistake as the 11th, right? Profit, followed by 3 big losses. Just because of over trading. But he came back to redeem himself on the 17th, 18th, 19th. So back to scaling. Here is the quantity size. We started with 170. He scaled slowly to 290, 300, 450. Basically, the more shares he had at this stage, the quicker he got out from a trade. Just like you see here, for example, with 450 shares, he entered 520.66, got out of 551.68. That was a short position or a buy position, I believe. This was a short position. Quick percentage moves, and the less time you spend in a trade, the less riskier it gets for you as a trader. So let's go down. This is all the commission he paid. So in regards to the broker he's using, it takes a lot of money from commission-wise. $700 commission-wise, guys. He started with $1,200, matter of fact. My apologies. I said $1,000, but $1,200, close to it, $1,200. His trading capital from the day he sent me this was $10,000. And basically that was from 30th October to 30th of November. 30 days, exactly 1 month. And that's very good. Since I last checked with that person, he's done even better capital-wise, profit-wise. And congratulations to that guy. If they keep basically doing what he's doing today, 6 figures is his. So that's what you should be aiming for as a trader, guys, is to grow slowly and scale slowly. Do not risk it. Manage your loss, because your job is to live to fight another day. Just because you have 1,000 doesn't mean you can't trade high cap stocks. A lot of people lean towards penny stocks because they think they can afford to trade penny stocks. But one bad trade with penny stocks, you wipe out your whole account. And our job, basically as traders, is to live to fight another day. And that's trading in general, guys. That's how we grow as traders. That's how you go to your 6 figures as a trader. Congratulations. Hopefully you learned something from this guy, guys. And hopefully I get to see your results in the future similar to this or even better, because you always have to aim to do better than the person that you're watching. That's it for me, guys. Hopefully you learned a thing or two today. That's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. As always, don't forget that smashy. New rules to be made by you. Mistakes learned. Forget about them, but take them as lessons and move forward. If you can turn 1,000 into 10 in 30 days, then there's nothing stopping you from taking 10,000 to 6 figures in less than a year. Trading is emotional. So I understand the emotional aspect when you move on from practice to real. It could be somewhat shocking because nobody's prepared for the roller coaster that comes with fluctuation of money. But that's something you have to learn, guys, with time, and become really numb to it. But new opportunities, don't rush into trading, education, practice, and then you'll know when you're ready. But this statement really, this student, and I'm pretty sure there's others who would provide the same, and I've had a lot of students that doubled and quadrupled their accounts in the last couple of weeks, and some of them have shared it privately with me. But this one was interesting because it proves the point that you can trade a stock every single day for the rest of your life, as long as it has volatility, just like I've preached in the last couple of videos. So, see you again, guys. Peace and love, just like always. And don't forget that smashy. Peace.